Good afternoon and welcome to the Balance of Life. You know why I'm so excited? Because today is actually my Friday. It really is. We give honor to each and every one of you. I thank you for being a part of our listening audience today here via Wisdom app as well as our radio broadcast being featured on iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spriker, Reason FM. So excited. So very excited for each and every one of you. Thank you for spending just a portion of your time with me. I'm not going to hold you very long. Today we only broadcast for 30 minutes, 12:30 to 1 o'clock p.m. on Tuesdays. 45 minutes, 12 o'clock to 12:45, and on Wednesdays 30 minutes, 12:30 to 1 o'clock p.m. I am so excited and I am pumped up. Listen, something happened to me, and I love to have those transparent moments, and so I want to share it with you. We are in the process of doing some staging, things for magazine layout, and I was looking for my extra keyboard. And I'm looking, and this is so funny. And I don't mind being transparent because it is going to help shape what we do and how we do it. So I'm looking all over for my keyboard where I thought it was. And I got ready to, and of course I'm looking for a good 5 minutes. I'm just being real honest. Got up, did one or two things, came back, still on my mind, where is my keyboard? Well, mind you, I said I had gotten up from my chair, from my desk, came back, still looking for my keyboard. Sat down, looked down at the floor. Guess what? Keyboard is under my chair. It's at my feet. So I want to say to you today, sometimes we look for things and they are right there at our feet. They are right there at our fingertips. We look and search for things that we think we need to add to our business module, to our ministry, to our life. And we think that we need to go out and replace those things, purchase new things, add new content. When in fact, it's really there at your feet. I did not look in that place because I could not imagine that it had fallen and was under my chair. Thank God I didn't roll on it. And I didn't step on it to damage it. But I want to say to you is I am reminding myself today, everything that you need to do what you need to do, it starts with inside of you. Along the way, yes, during our journey, we will connect with others who can add according to what's in them for the bigger picture. But before you start to search elsewhere, I want you to begin to do a self-check, a inner inventory, if you will. And I want you to examine what's already inside of you. You have a unique and distinctive set of skills. You have a very, very vibrant and present voice, whether it is in written content or verbal. But there is so much for you to say. All we have to do is take recognition of it, critique it, polish it up before we allow others to partake in what's in us. It's in you. I know it is. So before you say, I want to say this, but I don't know how to say it, and you think you need to go and get someone else to say it for you, those are your words and they are inside of you. Take your time, think about it, visualize it, hear it, see it, write it, speak it, develop it, critique it, and then present it. But it is inside of you. That artistic feel that you have, that you want to transform a room in your life, in your ministry, in your business, it's in you. That creative flow is in you. Once again, visualize it. Allow what you see in the vision to speak to you. Where am I? How can you find me? And reach for it. Go for it. It's right there at your feet. If you're just tuning in, you're tuning into The Balance of Life, and I thank each and every one of you for joining us on today. So excited about what is happening in your life. I think I get more excited when I hear about someone else coming into their purpose, goals, and dreams, and when I see someone fulfilling the path and the destiny created just for them, I get more excited. I like it. I love it. I am rejoicing with you. And guess what? I silently stand on the wayside and I pray for you because I believe with everything that is within me that you were created for a purpose. I believe that there are gifts and talents that are in you waiting to be discovered, cultivated, and shared. I believe that you have so much to offer life. Life is there saying, here I am. I am full of opportunities. It is up to you and what you get out of life. So there is a two-part position in our being. Life is there to grant us an opportunity for what it has to offer. And then we have a position of giving back to life. So life is full of opportunities, but what are you going to do? Are you going to take one? Are you going to take one of the opportunities that are there for you every single day? Life is an opportunity. You are the gift. So you have to give life your gift. Let it live. There's something beautiful about life. Life is a very unique and creative word. Life does something. Life lives. Life has life, and life has learned to live. And then we have that word live. It is an action word, but you determine how you're going to live your life. That's your determination. How I decide to live my life, how I decide to live out my days, that is all up to me. No one else has control over that unless you relinquish that control over to them. And so stop with the pity party by saying, they won't let me. Oh, that phrase, they won't let me be great. Who has control over that? You. It is in the eyes of the beholder that signifies your greatness. You set the bar of what you consider to be your successes. No one else. So those things such as they won't let me be great, that's nonsense. Is that your audience? Are you supposed to speak and demonstrate to them? Maybe that's not your audience. And when we talk to a place that's not our audience, then guess what? They have a deaf ear. They will not hear because what we are saying is not meant for them. So discover who it is you're supposed to talk to. Who is your audience? And once you learn about who your audience is, they must have something to listen to see. Don't gather the audience and you don't have anything to say to them. If you're going to proclaim and demand their attention, give them something to hear. become the leader that you were created and destined to be. So stop the foolery. And guess what? I can always tell you I am the first partaker. Prime example. With Hope and Truth magazine, I am always looking and extending, sometimes for free, for those I am connected with to advertise in the magazine. I get inboxes all the time from individuals who are inviting me to add to my plate, such as sell different products. And I'm saying to myself, I have a lot on my plate. Adding something to sell is not something I want to do. But I have offered individuals space within the magazine to advertise. Sometimes, like I said, for free. And you would not believe that they don't move on the offer. And so at one point I was saying to myself, I need different things in the magazine because I don't want it to just be, a magazine of words. I want some visuality going on. Once again, I'm getting to the root of looking at what's at my feet. Well, I solved that problem because there are so many components to Angel Ferguson Ministries that sits up under that. We have the Balance of Life, which is radio and television ministry. We have Hope and Truth magazine. We have the School of Ministry and Mentoring programs. We have the bookstore, and we have the publishing division. So where I was looking and thinking to myself, I can't do this the way I see it, because I want this in there and I want that in there. And the Holy Spirit just put me into correction and said, you know what? Use what you have. That's right. Use what you have. You have been gifted and talented in areas. Create the products that you want to see in the magazine. That's right. Create it. What is it that you want to see? You want to see some office decor? Stage the room. So I had to take this in for myself, and therefore I can share it with you. I still will give opportunities for individuals to advertise in the magazine for free. I still do that. But I cannot allow they will attend to the invitation to determine my outcome. I'll make space, but I already have something to fill the space. Everything that you need, it's already in you. Stop depending. If you are just starting out, if you are looking to expand, do not cut yourself short. If you see the vision, if you can hear the vision, if you can identify with the vision, first search within yourself. If what you need is not really there, then guess what? I believe you will be directed to what you need. But you are the first partaker of that vision. You are the first partaker. And so whenever we come upon, and this is investment 101. When you go to look for an investment, the first thing they want to find out is what you have already put in. Once again, looking at your feet for what's already there. What are you putting in? What do you have to contribute? The reason why I'm going this way on today is because if it's made up of everybody else, if they all pull out, what is left? What do you have left? So it starts with you. It begins with you. Looking, you already have it. Looking for what you already, for what is already there. It's in you. I know it is. It's a road that I have traveled. It's a place that I am in. and I look back and I appreciate my effort. I appreciate the work that I have poured in. And so I'm not telling you something that I have not applied to my own life. I am not telling you something that I do not operate in daily. And I hope by what I do, it encourages those who I am connected to let them know it's in them as well. I'm not one of those leaders who wants everything to start and stop with me. I use what happens in my life day to day, in business and in ministry, to strengthen and encourage others, to let you know it can happen for you as well. And guess what? You're getting this information for free. You didn't have to pay for it. Isn't that just awesome? And you can go back and listen to it. You can go back, you can download it, you can listen to it. So ask yourself, what do you see? What do you see and what do you hear? Get some clarity and then begin to plan. And planning is a part of getting instructions and directions in order to get to what you see, get to what you hear. How do I get there? What is it that I need to get there? You will become astonished at what's already in you. It's there. It just needed an opportunity to be utilized. It is waiting to be discovered. It's there. I am falling in love with a technique that we do, and it's marbling. And one of my very first assistant taught me how to do it. Oh, I want to say a good 6 years ago. And I have absolutely fallen in love with it. It's one of the things that we have added into Hope and Truth magazine. And what really reminded me about this is, once again, I was looking for different components to add into the magazine, and I wanted some advertisers. Well, what better work to advertise than what we do? Do you see how that works? So, it's in you. If you are one and you are starting or expanding a business, what is your business module? What is your motto? What is your vision? What is your purpose? Take a look at the components of your purpose, your commitment, your motto. Look at it line by line. And within you, are you able to fulfill what's there? I believe it. I believe that it is. And I believe that in the long run, you will connect with others to enhance what's already in you. See, that's what life is all about. We enhance one another. We bring out the best in others. We tap into their gifts and tap into their talents, and we show encouragements for that create a flow to take place. I look at the work of my partners, my covenant partners in prayer, and I become inspired. I am encouraged. I absolutely love it. One of our covenant partners in prayer, prophetess Yolanda Lee George, she is the owner and founder of You'll Overcome Ministries. It is a Christian counseling ministry, but she does so much more. She is a published author. She has stepped into the publishing role. She is a songstress. She has a couple of CDs. She also does products, and I'm inspired. I love to see her post the different things that she creates. Then another one of our covenant partners in prayer, prophetess Melissa Kelly. She has an online boutique. Absolutely love it. She does great, great work. So whatever you want to do, the vision that you see, what you hear, you can see it, you can visualize it. We just have to learn how to get to it. I remember the process of Melissa Kelly, and she is the founder of Purpose to Pray. I remember the process of her saying that she wanted to start her online boutique, and how she goes out to select the right items, and then she began to purchase the body dummies to to stage the clothing and take the photos, and all that she puts into what she does. Absolutely love it. On an occasion, I love clocks, and anyone who really knows me knows why I love clocks. I mentioned to Yolanda Lee George that I was looking for a square clock. Not even thinking, I was just telling her I'm looking for one. I love clocks. And it is one of the items that she creates. And she asked me for the colors that I was looking for, and she designed me a custom square clock for my wall. The technique, the dimensions. See, what I'm mentioning these individuals because they had a vision one day. They could literally see it and hear it. And then they began to develop a plan to get to it. We are working on a book for a new author. Her name is Lisa Moore. And I'm looking at her manuscript, and it is entitled Healing for All Seasons. And I'm reading this material, and it is so encouraging, so inspiring. I could literally see the process that she went through of writing and getting the scriptorial references to go along with what she's saying. Once again, an individual who had a vision, they heard, and they began to put in place and plan to work towards that vision. I believe the same thing can happen for you. Ask yourself, what is it that I see? And I want you to cast down, destroy any negative thought that might get in your way to tell you that you can't do this, because yes, you can. If you can see it, you can do it. You can achieve it. Pace yourself, plan well, one step at a time. I will always tell you, this race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but to the one that endures until the end. And so you are not in competition with anybody else. Your only competition is yourself. Getting better at what you do. Raising the bar. Stepping up the tier. You are your only competition. How well is your product designed? What is your presentation? What is your campaign? Think about those things. Because you have what it takes. You really do. You have what it takes. So, getting back to this keyboard, that was clearly at my feet. When I spotted it, I was so excited. And I thought about it. How many others are looking around for what they need, and it's already there? It's already there. Now, my first thought process was, because I'm doing some staging today and setting up some things, that since it was an extra keyboard, and I couldn't find it, I'll just unplug the one from the other end of my desk and use it. But now I don't have to do that because I found what I needed. I want to say to you today, find what you need within yourself. Find what you need. Here's a technique I developed years ago. Whenever I could see the vision and hear, I would carve out a space of time and I would sit at my computer and I would pray. And I begin to say these words, and I'm going to share it with you. I begin to say, if you allow me to see it, show me how to do it. That was my prayer. If you allowed me to see it, and it was around business. It was around being able to do graphics, newsletter layout, magazine layout, doing different things. I begin to say, if you allow me to see it, show me how to do it. When it came to website design, I knew what I wanted. I didn't have the finances at the time to pay somebody to do it. But I said, if you allowed me to see it, show me how to do it. When it came to setting up our app for Fire TV, which is Amazon Prime Video, I had some people I could call. But I sat at my computer, and I'm not going to tell you it happened overnight because I went through some obstacles and I prayed through it. But I began to say, if you allowed me to see it, show me how to do it. And I would wait. I would wait on instructions. Sometimes those instructions came when I got up from the computer and I did other things around the house, and I began to hear, do this and do that, and I would write it down really fast before it could escape me. Or while I'm asleep, I could have a dream about instructions and directions. And guess what? That's why I always keep a notepad and my phone close by so that I can write those things down. If he allowed you to see it, he will show you how to do it. It's in you. So pay attention to what you see. Pay attention to what you hear. Begin to learn how to move strategically. Stop wasting so much time. Many of us do. We have the vision. We received the instructions. We got the directions. And we stopped moving. We're wasting time. Somebody needs what's inside of you. Somebody needs those words of encouragement, whether you share them verbally or in written format. Somebody needs what you have. The teaching technique, the words of encouragement for healing and breakthrough, the how-to. Somebody needs you to come and draw those plans for that new house, but they won't get the new house because they're waiting on you to draw those plans up. So stop wasting time. I pray that what we have shared with you today on this Thursday, June the 30th, 2022, has been food unto your soul and a light unto your path. Be sure to join us on Tuesday, 12 o'clock p.m. to 12:45 p.m. right here via the Wisdom app and iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Reason FM, iHeartRadio, and so many others. I love you without measure because I believe in the potential of you. Have a blessed day.